I'm going to show you what I call the mDeck. It goes with my app, which is at the App Store. And we're going to go through the whole thing. It'll look a lot like this here on the table. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. I'm with Ben Robinson from New York. I'm in a secret magic table here at my place. And we're going to go through the entire app, all the effects that it does. And then I'm going to show you how Vernon's poker demonstration is built into a deck with Harry Lorraine's further than that. So that's amazing. We're going to get into that right now. And I show them on the phone, which if I turn this down, you can see they're all in order.
Yes.
Aces through kings.
Yep.
And then I say if I tap one of the cards, it comes in its own window away from the others. And when I release it, it goes back to its spot.
Yes.
So I can predict a card, have it there. You pick a card and I turn this over and there's my prediction.
I see.
In theory, I could do that. These are all in order, but this, and the audience totally knows that this is shuffled because I've been shuffling it right in front of them.
Yes.
So what I do is a series of tricks with this deck, this stack that I invented.
Yeah.
And the reason I invented this stack is it does two tricks that we're going to do together over there with you and me both doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And the two tricks are Harry Lorraine's further than that, which is a tremendous trick.
Sure.
And also Vernon's poker demonstration.
Okay.
So Vernon's poker demonstration has 2 rounds of dealing. The players trade in their cards and the drama unfolds and the magician wins.
Yes.
Harry Lorraine's further than that takes a card and highlights it to hell. These 2 routines together just knock audiences out.
I'm sure.
So prior to those 2 routines, I found that I could actually memorize the deck, which I did, as you probably know.
Yeah.
I memorized this deck. So if somebody picks any card, all I got to do is cut right there and just look at the bottom card.
And you know what card I've got.
You have the Queen of Diamonds.
Right.
Let me check.
Yep.
Queen of Diamonds. So with that, it's really easy to have fun. And so what I've done is I've made it inside this app. I've already made it so that if somebody picks, for instance, the card here, and I don't know what it is, I can find this card, and if I tap it now, it comes up as this card.
Oh, fascinating. Wow. I was not expecting that at all. Great.
Yes, let's get that.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. So that's really a knockout thing there. So basically you can take this deck that's shuffled. You don't do it now, but you can take that and do the same thing I just did.
Yeah.
Because in my app, I can change the deck from the Steffan Soule deck, which I've memorized.
Right.
And so I can do amazing things with this for a long time
I'll
before I
bet.
go to the last 2 routines.
Sure.
With the memorized deck. But you can change it. I'll show you here for us. This might work. Okay, yeah, we're in a 1-person video theater. I'm here with Ben Robinson. We're looking at the Steffan Soule stack 1 and 2. And you can see here that I can tap Steffan Soule's deck number 2, and now this will work for yours. So any card that the Steffan Soule second order stack, any card they pick, it just goes straight down. You cut right there. You look at the bottom card.
Right.
You find it here. You secretly look at the bottom card. They don't see you looking at it.
Yeah.
And because there's easy ways to do that. You tap it, and it's going to show
The card they take.
the card they actually took.
That is
It's
really
cool.
great.
It's cool because, especially because it's tactile, folks.
Yeah,
You feel this
sure.
when you see it, and it integrates the phone, and it causes people to learn how to memorize the deck without having to memorize the deck.
Yes, and
Yeah.
so you bring up the card. Do you think they chose? We don't see the card until it's revealed. The card on the iPhone changes.
Yeah, so the first thing that's a really good thing what you just said. So the first thing that happens is when you open the app for the very first time, you
Yeah.
get a real
deck,
deck.
laid out.
Anytime you tap the card, that's the card that comes up.
Right.
But then at the very end, all you got to do, and this is free, it's a free app, is swipe up on the last card.
And
That turns the corner into the secret menu. The secret menu gives you the ability, and they can see the secret menu without killing
yeah.
the magic,
Don't
as it
run
turns
when
out.
no one's chasing you, right?
But I generally don't let them ever see this.
Yes.
But if they do, it's okay, and I can explain that later. But right now, I know what order it's in, so I tap 3. But you'd have to study a little to know why to tap 3 instead of 2. But that doesn't matter now. So now, any card I touch, it's going to be the next. So let's find the 8 of clubs in this real deck that's in the Steffan Soule stack 1 order, and just put it on the bottom. So you tap the 8 of clubs and you get the next card in the stack. When you release it, it goes to as if it had come from there. As if I had tapped that and taken it to its window.
Right.
But I didn't, right? I tapped it and it went to another window, right?
Yeah.
So all you got to do is get your deck, your app and your deck, that's a free app, and click through like this until every card is placed after the next. You see what I'm doing?
Yes.
And then you have it in that order, and it's going to be in this exact order.
Right.
The only thing you got to know is that the 3 of clubs goes on the bottom when it's in forward order. And that makes the 4 of clubs on the top.
Yep.
So those are the top and bottom. This is 52 in my memorized order. This is 51. This is 50. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down to 52.
Right.
Okay. If it's in reverse order, oh, by the way, you never want to shuffle these cards, because if you do, you can't do the tricks anymore because they're out of order.
Right. And
so
that
shuffle
fake fall shuffle.
was a fake shuffle using
using
a stripper deck where the cards have been, done like that.
But pulling them out and bridging them says shuffle. It's great. It's a psychological, feign.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
It's great. I love it.
I love it.
That's exactly my type of magic.
Oh, it's beautiful. So now I got the deck. It's in reverse order. So because I know what I'm doing, I know to tap 2. And 2 gives me 3 things at the bottom. But let's go to 1 first, because 1 is reversed. So the Ace of Hearts is right here, okay? Tap that, and it's going to be the 5 of diamonds. But the other way, when it was reversed the forward way, it would have been the one before it, you see. So anyway, you start in reverse order, you go to menu 1, and you do the ESP thing, where any card they pick, all you got to do is glimpse the bottom.
Right.
Find the Jack of Diamonds in this case.
Right. It becomes the Queen of Spades.
So this is going to be the Queen of Spades, or I'll eat
Amazing.
my hat.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do that 3 times, then, and you build on that. But then you tap menu 2, and you don't really tell them you've changed. You just do it, and then you say, "Look, I've been touching the cards every time you picked a card. That's not fair. Let me put the deck down like this and have you cut the deck." And it's sometimes good. A friend of mine in Toronto, Canada taught this to me. He's a memorized deck expert.
Uh-huh.
And he said if you put it up on the card case, it makes it easier for them to not mess up. If you want
Right.
to turn your back,
Good idea.
you can turn your back and just say what to do. And so what they do, and I would normally have you come and do this, but I'm just demonstrating this. So they take and they cut, and you say, cut somewhere about in half. And then they do that. And then if they try to complete it, you say, no, take this card and look at it and memorize it. Now, normally, they look at it, they memorize it, and they put it over here. Face down, of course.
Yes.
And then they bury it, which I'll show you in a moment. I'm going to turn it face up just so we can see it easily.
Okay.
Okay, it's normally face down. Then you say, take about half of that to bury that card. And they bury it in there. And you say, leave some for him. And that way, it makes them leave some because you don't want them to have this many left.
Okay.
Okay, so you're trying to get good amounts of cards and bury it. Then they look at the second card, which I'll leave face up. They put it on the discard pile, take all the rest, which because of the case, they can easily grab and bury that. So now we have a memorized deck that was in reverse order with 2 selected cards, and the deck is slightly out of order. Now watch what happens with the app. I've never touched the cards.
Never.
Because they did all the touching. This is the first time I touch the cards, and I just go like this, and I know the bottom card. I just square the deck once, and I know the bottom card.
Yes.
So I find it, but first I tap the arrow pointing down, because that tells the math system here that I'm... Remember, 1 was the 4 of hearts. Okay. So now I close that, and I say, I have to have an excuse to see the top. I need to know what this card is. So one way to do it is say, you know, it's not, your cards are not on the bottom and they're not anywhere near the top. You can do that. That's the silly way.
Yeah.
The easiest way. Another way to get the top card is to do this. I'm showing how now.
Yeah.
Showing how from the side as well. You see from the side, you can really see it. It comes up into the hand.
Oh, there you go.
And then I just kind of go like this.
Sure.
And when I'm going like that, I'm looking at the card and I just put it back, you know, as I'm... So I can do it that way. Or there's lots of ways. You got to know the top and the bottom. You tap them. Then when you tap the circle, it shows the 2 cards.
Oh, great.
On one screen.
Nice.
There's a reason for that. So when I tap there, it shows... Now see the numbers? They vanish. So I'll show you. 1, 2 numbers. Those disappear, okay?
Right.
So watch. I tap the circle. I memorize those. They're gone. I show the phone to the audience at that point. Let's review. I find the 2 triangles, the down and the up. Tap them respectively. And then when I tap the center here, it shows the 2 cards, gives me what number down they are, which was on the side, 13 and 29. And so I just write 13 after they vanish. I write 13.
Okay, there's showing, 13.
And then 29. With those numbers showing, I pick up the deck, or they can count, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is, of course, face down. 13, you go there. Now, in doing this, I'm resetting the deck. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. You flip it over. I'm not only resetting the deck, but I'm reversing it. So I have to finish reversing it. And I just do this. And believe me, no one cares. They love seeing me do that because this has happened.
Sure.
Talk about Juan Tamarez.
Yeah.
Then you take the 29th card, flip it down like that, the 13th card down like that, and you're now in forward order.
Wow.
That does everything from there. Everything comes from forward order. And that's what we're going to do where we both do it together.
Okay.
But we have one more trick. Any card at any number. So you
Yes.
tap 4, and this is where you can even show them the menu.
Could we just do it as you really perform it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, sir, please
Yes.
tap any number. You tapped a number, Jack.
Yeah.
Jack is not a number, but that's okay. It's one of the cards.
Yeah.
If it were a number, it would be number 11. Okay, tap any suit, sir. He picked the heart.
Jack of
And
hearts.
so you can have 3 people do this.
Yes.
Pick any number down. Easy.
All right, I hit 4. So there.
Okay, 4. Okay. So he hit 4. Now I'm going to tap yes, because that's what he said.
So Jack of hearts at 4.
You could have literally picked any number, but you picked 4. So let's count.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. This is the 4th card down
Yes,
from
it
the top.
is.
The Jack. of
Incredible.
hearts.
Beautiful.
And then you tap, thank you, you tap the wow button and you get a camera routine. You tap the camera, hit your save because you've typed in these words previously. You tap camera, you tap reverse usually because you're going to do the thing with your friend. And you come over there and you take it.
They get.
This is the photo, and then you say use photo, and look what happens.
Oh, is that incredible? That is the marketing souvenir of marketing souvenirs.
The photo itself, having the text on it, links to your website.
Oh, wow.
It really literally does.
That is insane.
No effort, but I tapped the
So when did you create this?
Well, I don't know.
Years
I
ago?
don't know.
10 years ago? We don't know.
So many years. So many years in the making. But the Q, if you tap the Q here on the menu.
Yes.
Q, and you type the password QQQ. Up comes the cue card, which tells you how to put the order, and it tells you what we're about to do. And it
tells you the stack?
Yeah.
So what is all this called?
The app is called Any Card at Any Number.
Right.
And the stack system I've come up with, I call the mDeck. mDeck. Other magicians call the memorized deck the mDeck.
Okay, but
and
this
I
is
call
the
this
mDeck.
The mDeck as in the magic deck, the memorized deck, the magician's deck, the mother's deck.
Yeah, mDeck.
mDeck.
I like mDeck.
You can get the app and I'll unlock it, but the menu 1 is free. And anyone can use this to memorize work with the memorized deck. It'll do the math for you while you memorize. If you want to memorize. You don't have to memorize it.
Right.
So anyway, there's lots of things inside this menu here that people can explore.
So you put all this together. You created the app.
I did.
Okay.
So now I've done my app stuff.
Yes.
I did any card at any number. You could say that we're done. The show's over. It's that good. So now we go from all those effects into further than that and Vernon's poker demonstration.
Just do it. Perform for me.
Yeah. So what I'd like you to do
anything.
is take your deck in your hand. The spectator picks a number from 10 to 20.
Okay.
That's how further than that begins.
Okay.
Well, let's say they pick 13. So each of us will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
13. Okay, there's 13.
Yeah. So put your deck down. You can do as you see here.
Okay.
And you pick up the 13 and you say, I'm going to go into your 13. I'm going to go 1 and 3. That makes 4. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you show them the 10 of clubs.
Right.
And you put it right down there.
On top of the...
On the 4. No.
On the 4.
There. Then you take all the ones that were part of the 13 and put them on top.
Okay, done it.
Then you take all that and put it back.
On top of the
previous stock. And you take the top 2 cards and put them on the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. Now you do your thing and tell them it's the 10 of clubs. And you go TENCLUBS.
NCLUBS.
Then you say, I'm going to, not only did I tell you your card, I'm going to find it by spelling it, TENCLUBS, and you turn that up. The S becomes the card.
Yes.
Then you say, not only that, I've highlighted your 10 by making all these 10s and all these clubs.
Oh
And
boy.
this is free, baby. It's no charge.
Yeah,
to be able
that's
to do
great.
This with my app.
Wow.
Deck 1 is unlocked to begin with. Okay. Then you say I made a mistake, and you pull the 4 out and put the 10 where it belongs. 10, Jack, Queen, King. This should definitely be the ace.
All right, hold on. I'm up with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
4.
I'm watching.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. And now you count down 4. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you turn the 4th one over, and it's the ace, and you put it by the king. Then you say that's a bad way to finish. By the way, they're blown away at this point.
Sure.
That's a bad way to finish. I left 3 face downs. You flip them over, and they're all the 3 4.
Ah, fantastic.
Now you set your deck down, and you grab the 10 of clubs, 10 of spades, 10 of spades. Sorry, and you gather everything up so that's on the top.
Okay.
What becomes the top? And you put that all on top
All right.
of your deck.
Yes.
Now you're going to take that 10 of spades, which you carefully made sure was the top card,
Yes.
and you go find the ace of spades without changing the order at all.
Okay.
Once you find that ace of spades, you take it out, but you take the 10 of spades and put it there where it was.
Put the 10 of spades where the
right
ace was?
where the ace of spades was.
Okay. So
Let me
there's
just make
the
sure
ace, and I take the 10 of spades and just put it there.
Pull out the next ace and put it down. No changing of
Ace
anything.
of hearts.
Yeah, any damn ace you want.
Okay.
Pull out the ace of diamonds.
Okay.
And take out the ace of clubs. It's near the top.
Yep.
Then you got to cut the deck at the 9 of hearts. That's all you got to do.
All right. Above the 9 of hearts or below?
So the 9's on the bottom. 9 of hearts ends up
on the bottom of the cards?
That's
Okay.
it. That you've done everything now.
Okay.
The order is now ready for Vernon's poker demonstration.
I want to see this.
We moved one card, the 10 of spades, and we took out the aces. The moving of that one card is so natural. It's not a sleight of hand anything. It's just a natural thing as you're... Then you cut here. Now, if you're a really good magician, you put a little crimp in that 9 of hearts without anybody seeing it.
Yeah.
Little crimp.
Yeah.
And then you say, in order to do this, you need to do the Hamo shuffle. So pick up your deck and do 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, overhand shuffle style, and then put them on the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. Then you take 3 aces and put them on top. You've never done this before, sir.
No.
And 1 ace on the bottom. Okay, now you overhand shuffle one after another. 1, 2, 3, up to 11. 1, 2, 3.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11.
And you put them back on top.
Okay. Do I hold a break?
No. Then you do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and throw the deck on top of them.
Okay.
Then you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 4,
And
5.
throw the deck on top.
Okay.
1, throw the deck on top. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And throw the deck on top. And then you cut at the 9 of hearts. So the magician with the crimp does a one-handed cut thingy.
Okay. With
But
the
I
magician
didn't
without
want
a
you to do
crimp.
that. Just find it and cut.
Is the 9 going to be the bottom card?
Bottom card.
Okay. Done.
Okay. Now take your cards and deal a 5-card hand. 5-card player. 5-player. 5. And the 5th one flip face up. That's yours.
Yes.
You keep going. And every time you get to yours, you turn it face up.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
And that's pretty easy. All those counting things, we can get you to be a master at those.
And we do a 5th card?
Yeah, might as well. Okay.
Amazing. So that's
Now,
it. Further than that, and
it's not over.
Oh.
It's just warming up.
Oh my God.
Now you take these and you show them that there's no good hand here.
Right.
There's a pair here. You make you emphasize that
Yes.
there's nothing, nobody got anything here.
Right.
And you show them and you gather them into a pile. All face up.
Okay.
And then you take the aces.
Are they in any particular
No,
order?
they're just piled on piled on piled.
Okay.
But those aces are going to be intentionally placed.
Yes,
So
yes.
take all these and turn them face down. And take all the aces, but make the ace of spades be on the bottom of the pile of aces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the king still there?
Yeah, The king should be there.
Discarded?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Make
so
all those aces so the ace of spades is the last one.
It is?
And that's all you got to do.
Okay.
And that's the dealt portion of the deck. This is the undealt
Correct.
portion. So I have to bury my aces with the undealt portion
Got it.
because I'm going to deal another hand.
Okay.
And this was a shuffled deck.
Exactly.
Okay, so pick it up and deal another hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now as you're dealing, we're going to keep going till we've got, each player has 5 cards.
Okay.
And as you're doing this, you're going to you tell the audience, you're going to tell them what you've dealt
Oh, really?
before you turn it over this time. Okay, now I go like this and I call it before I show it. So
Okay.
flush. I got a flush and I'm 1 off.
All right.
This
King
is
8,
not a
3,
flush.
5, 6. I have the exact same cards.
Oh, good God, that's perfect.
Okay.
Then I take these and I flip them, or before I flip them, I say queens and nines, and then I say 4 of a kind. I don't know if it's the 2s or the 3s. And
yes,
I
and
pretend.
it's the 2s.
I pretend. I know
Amazing.
it's the 2s. Then I say this guy should get out of the game. He's only got a pair of jacks.
Which he does.
Which he does. And then I say we have what was dealt to the honest dealer, and I show them the bottom card.
8 of diamonds.
And I make it kind of go sideways like
Uh-huh.
this so that I can grab it in a minute.
Uh-huh.
Then I take the undealt deck and
Right.
I talk about how they're going to bet a lot, but then they're going to trade their cards. They trade 1 and get hit with. Woo!
Another 6.
Then I take 1 and they get hit with the crimp card. And I usually
Okay.
take the work out of the crimp card as
Sure.
I'm putting it down.
Okay.
Then I say nothing there. That guy
Nothing
stays.
there.
This guy turns in 3, but he should have turned in 1 of his jacks because remember those aces?
Okay,
And
wait,
I go
slow
like
down,
this.
slow down. So that, give him 3.
1. Remember those aces and
2,
where they were?
3. So it's a high hand. Great.
And sometimes people make a deal out of, I'm going to try to get the aces without
Uh-huh.
you noticing. Well, they don't. But anyway,
Okay,
you
we're
take
here.
your 1 and you got your 1. Right.
And
And then
then,
you've got the card that won all the money.
wow.
And so that's all built into the stack. That's
Your
all
stack.
my stack.
So you created this routine.
I did. I took
From
Harry
ground up.
Lorraine's- From ground up. I used to do Harry Lorraine's all the time.
Further than that.
Further than that. Further than that by Harry Lorraine.
Uh-huh.
And then I started working on Vernon's poker, and I came up with a stack to do both because I loved it. After a while of working with Vernon's poker, after a while, then I thought, could I put them in one stack? And I did. And then many years later, and then I back farrowed so that you have to take the stack, farrow it twice to get into that. Then I memorized that. And then I went out with the memorized deck that does 2 perfect farrows into further than that, followed by Vernon's poker demonstration. It's good stuff.
It is. May I comment?
Yes.
I think you're a genius. I think that this is masterclass stuff.
It is.
And I think that I've learned something. We've talked about form and content, but let's just use the word billionaires for the sake of it.
Billionaire.
Billionaires. If a billionaire, I was approached with this business model once. Hi, we'll put you on an island and we'll sell 10 tickets to 10 billionaires of $100,000 each. So for a weekend, you make $1 million teaching magic to 10 billionaires. And they will all leave this island saying, I paid $100,000 and I got the real shit. And I learned all that. And I turned it down. I just said, I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with security concerns. Even if I taught them anything, how could it possibly be worth $100,000? And then I learned it doesn't have to be worth $100,000. They just have to think it's worth $100,000.
Well,
In other words,
true.
They went and I'm making up numbers,
That's
but
very true.
they went and said, I just learned the best magic there is. There's 100,000. But what you've got here, do not take this statement cynically, because I'm somewhat asking it rhetorically. Who is this for?
Well, this is my card show.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, but you're not teaching it.
I am, because I've made an app that's on the market. And
I
went
understand
to-
that. So does somebody buy the app and then call you up for personal instruction, or is it all in the app?
Well, it's all on video at my YouTube channel, and it's also on.
Teaching it?
Yeah, the whole thing is on.
But don't
is
they,
out.
how do you make money? Do they pay for this?
I don't make money. No, the app can be unlocked, and if the app is unlocked, it usually costs under $40
For all of this?
for all of this, and there's 6 stacks in the app, 6 stacks. So you don't have to use my memorized deck. You can
Right.
use Juan Tamarez's
Yeah.
mnemonica. If you're already using mnemonica,
Uh-huh.
which a lot of people are,
Yes.
they can download my app, pay to have it unlocked. You don't have to pay to use the app because deck number 1,
Right.
menu number 1 is open to everyone.
Yes.
And it's good. It's a good trick.
Oh,
it's that first
fantastic.
trick with the you pick a card, I look at the bottom.
No, it's
It's
money
great.
in the bank.
It's great, yeah. So then if they unlock it, which is very reasonable price, they get the any card at any number secret, which I guess I didn't show you this time, but you
Yeah.
tap 3 times, it tells you what card to cut to the bottom
Uh-huh.
to make.
So then you're done.
You're done, yeah.
You don't have to do the math in your head.
You don't, exactly, because that's why I built this. I couldn't do it. I could do it, but I couldn't do it 500 shows in a row. Like your guy
You
over
just
there.
see, when my friends and I saw David Berglass do it 3 times in a row, we stayed up all night and these were serious card guys. And at the end of 8 hours of 3 guys bleary-eyed going over it, we said, it's got to be a stack and a cut. It can't be any other thing. There's no more direct solution than that. And we knew he used a stack deck, which he created. It was his own stack. But we could not figure out the subtraction. If the 3 of hearts is the 27th card and they want to be the 14th card, you're losing 13 cards.
Yeah.
But how do you get to those 13 cards?
Mhm.
Are you secretly counting 13 and making a cut? Or is your methodology to cop a certain amount and said, now earlier you said you're going to count, I'll make it within 6 cards, or however you're going to get there. But what you've done is you've eliminated that.
I've eliminated the math. It delivers it to you visually, and it shows you which direction to go from.
Wow.
And it's not easy, even when you have that. But it's a hell of a lot easier.
No, it's a hell of a lot easier, and it's very practical.
Very practical.
And I'm blown away that you've done this. You
And
should
let's
feel
look
very
at that.
Proud.
Thank you. I love this stuff. Well, there it is. That's it. Isn't that amazing? All those effects in one stack.
I'm mind blown. I'm mind blown.
We'll see you in the next video.
mDeck series with professional magician Steffan Soule. Please check our video playlist for the next, or for related videos in this series. Follow us at www.steffansoule.com.